This is the solution for the challenge for creating a block diagram. You can see here I've got the second floor filled out, and you'll notice here that what I've gotten is a number of mass blocks. These come from the families that you see here, which is the box mass. There's also two that are in-place masses, which are basically the ones that are for the circulation area. So between the two mass types, I went ahead and developed a very simple kind of layout here, coming close pretty much to what was on our schedule for the space program for some of these rooms. Some of them are a little bit larger, some of them a little bit smaller, but that's kind of the way it goes anyway with a lot of plans. And that's basically what we have. Now, just to kind of review here, the colors were made by coming in and using for the box group the mass materials. And under here, properties, you'll see where mass material is. You can come in and click, and then you go ahead and you choose whatever material it is that you want, and it will show up. The way to get to the mass floor, just to kind of repeat that, it's a little bit tricky. What you wind up having to do in order to look at a mass floor and make any kind of assignments is you have to kind of tab and wait until you see it show up here. Now, I see I have the mass floor for the sales manager, so I'm going to pick him. When you do that, in properties, it'll tell you that you got the mass floor. And this is where you enter the information. For usage, I went ahead and picked up a number of different categories: offices, circulation, conferencing, meeting area, so forth and so on. So that's kind of what I went ahead and used. The other thing is that I used the mass floor mark area to actually go ahead and mark the name here. The last thing that I did is I went ahead and just used plain ordinary text to kind of label each one of the rooms. Now, let's go take a look at the actual schedule here and see basically what's up with that. I'm going to click on it, and you'll see here that everything that's in that block plan shows up in this schedule accordingly. So here's the names of the various rooms. These are the usages that are being used. Here's the floor areas and percentages. Now, to set that all up, you would have to have come in, first of all, to fields and picked out these fields: level, mark, usage, floor area, percentage, and mass comments. Next, in order to get the sorting correct, you would have to have a sort by usage, because that's what we wanted to look at: all circulation, all offices, all utilities. And I wanted to have a footer there and then make a count as far as, okay, how much circulation do I have? So forth and so on. And then inside each one of those, I have it sorted by level. We don't have another level here, but if we did, it would show up. There are some formatting issues as well, as far as making sure that level, which was part of our fields, was actually hidden. There was also, for floor area, had to calculate, and floor area percentages also had to calculate. So those were a couple of the features that if you didn't get it just about right, that's what you need to do. So what you have now is a mass floor schedule that is completed, and you have a block plan that is completed. What you now have is the basis for drawing your walls and so forth. You might have taken a little bit more than 25 minutes to do this. That's okay. Sometimes you will end up spending a little bit more time figuring out where you want things to go than the actual process. So just keep in mind that this is a practice and that you should probably maybe repeat it a couple times to get familiar with how to do this.